Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Unit 4 through 7A final review video number 1. We're going to go through the first 12 problems here. Go ahead and have your calculator out, and let's begin. Okay, question number 1 says, what is the slope of a line containing the points -5, 2, and 6, 7? So, when we're finding slope, we need to remember the slope formula is y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, okay? So every time you start the formula, you should just write it down with the negative signs there. The y's go on top, and the x's go on the bottom. Okay, 2 minus 7 is -5. -5 minus 6 is -11. And that reduces to 5 over 11 because two negatives when you are dividing make a positive, okay? So D is our answer. Okay, number 2, we're doing the same thing. Y's go on the top, x's go on the bottom. Always put your negative signs down so you don't forget them. The y's on the top, x is on the bottom. 5 minus 5, 0. -2 minus 1 is -3. Now, if you forget what your answer is right here, if it's undefined or if it's 0, what you should do is just throw it into your calculator, okay? 0 divided by -3, and it'll tell you, hey, answer 0. Now, number 3, what is the slope of the line graphed to the right? Well, right away I know this is a special case, okay? If it's a special case, I'm going to eliminate the answers that aren't there. So it's going to be one of those two, all right? Now, this is one of the things that you're just going to need to know, that a vertical line, the slope is undefined. Okay, so now when we move to the next one, that's a horizontal slope. That's another special case. Special case, we're going to get rid of the two that aren't the special case ones. The slope is 0. Okay, and those are just definitions that you're going to need to remember. Okay, number 5. What is the slope of the line graphed to the right? Okay, so just remember that slope is rise or fall over the run. Up, and I put too many ends there. Overrun, okay? Right away, this graph is falling. It's negative. Get rid of your answers that aren't negative, okay? So now we start right there, and we count. We're going down 2. So the slope is -2, and then to the right, 1. So that's -2 over 1, which reduces to -2. What is the slope of the line -9x plus 6y equals 1? And there's a hint that says write it in slope-intercept form first, which is y equals mx plus b. Okay, so we want to solve for y. To get the y by itself, you have to add the 9x to both sides. You get 6y equals 9x plus 1. Now the y is not by itself yet, so what do we have to do? divide everything by 6. Y equals 9 over 6. We can reduce that by 3, and we get 3 over 2x plus 1/6. The only thing they want is the slope. The slope is the number that is next to the x. So the answer is C. Okay, number 7, what is the slope of any line parallel to the line y equals negative 8/9 x plus 3? Remember that the word parallel means same slope, okay? So I want the same slope. So that's it. Find the answer that's got the same slope. Let's go ahead and flip the page. Let's go through a couple of more. What is the y-intercept of the line 3x plus 2y minus 8 equals 0? Okay, so when we're doing the y-intercept, we want to know where it crosses the y. Okay, so we need a number for y, but x is 0. So we're going to take this problem, plug in a 0 for x, and solve. Those cancel out, and you're left with 2y minus 8 equals 0. Add the 8 to both sides. We get 2y equals 8. To solve for y, we divide by 2. Y equals 4. Okay, now if they wanted the point real quick, the point would be 0, 4, because x is 0. But for here, they just wanted y. Okay, so now in the next one, they want the x-intercept. So when they're finding the x-intercept, y equals 0. So 4x plus equals 20, you're plugging in a 0. It pretty much cancels out. So 4x equals 20. Solving for x, what do you do to both sides? Hopefully you're saying divide by 4, Mr. Grice. And x equals 5. So the answer is C, x equals 5, but just like the other one, if we wanted to write the point, it would be 5, 0. All right, number 10, which line has a slope of 6 and the y-intercept of negative 6? So they're saying our slope is 6. The y-intercept, which is b, is negative 6. It might help to write it out. So let's see, x, 6x minus 6, just by plugging in that information. So that means our answer is, can you find it? It's the first one. Okay, the point negative 6, negative 11 is the solution for which of the following linear equations? Okay, so what we have to do is we're going to take this number, we know the x, we know the y, and I want you to plug it in, okay? So here's A. We have negative 11 equals negative 6 minus 11, and we're plugging in negative 6. Negative 6 times 6 is 36, and negative 11, or 36 minus 11 is 25. Are those equal? No. So we know it is not A. Okay, B. y is negative 11 plus 2, parentheses, we're plugging in, negative 6 equals negative 23. So negative 11 plus negative 12 equals negative 23. Does negative 23 equal negative 23? Ding, 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 ding. Is your answer. Okay. Now, if you wanted to keep checking the other ones, you could. Okay. For C, you would have negative 11 plus 2 parentheses, negative 6 equals negative 23. And then, oh, that's not the right one. There's the one we just did. For C, you would have negative 11 minus 2, negative 6 equals 3. And then for the other one, y equals 3, negative 6 minus 4. So both of those would be false. Okay? All right, number 12. Which graph represents the line y equals negative 4x plus 2? Okay, so when I do a problem like this, right away I'm going to write down that my slope is negative 4 and my y-intercept is 0, 2. Okay, so if my slope is like that, this is a negative slope. Looking at here, A is not negative and B is not negative. Those lines aren't going down. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to look at is which graph starts at 0, 2. Okay, that is 4, that is 2. Okay, so C is the right answer. Okay, always try to eliminate problems or answers that you know are not right. Okay, well, that's it for Algebra 1, Unit 4 through 7A, Final Review, Video number 1. As always, if you have any questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. Thanks for watching.